Hi, my name is Heather, and as a fellow musician, I'm here to support you. And at no matter what level that you play at, whether you're beginning or you're professional, you definitely need to take care of yourself, and you need to know that you're worth it and that you need self-care and you're absolutely deserving of it. So let's get started. Something really simple that we can do is palm compressions on our forearms and our arms. It's basically hitting pressure points, and I'm not going to go into any science of it. It's just basically it's going to make you feel good, and it's going to loosen up your muscles so they can be the best for when you're actually playing whatever you're playing. All right, so if you take your palm, the bony kind of fleshy part of your palm, and just gently press down into your forearm, where our forearms do a lot for us. And then you can move it up if you want. Or you can just press down, whatever feels the best. Your body actually knows exactly what it needs, so just pay attention to it and listen to it, and you will do it correct. You can't do this wrong, just don't hurt yourself. All right, so then I just move up and move up and move up. This top part of your forearm might need a little bit more loving and care, so you can just do that a couple more times. Just press in, press to the side, press in, spread, press in, spread. And there's this big wad of muscle right there, so also if you want, then take your hand and kind of pinch it. Pinch these three muscles right there. And all the while you want to be breathing too. All right, so then after you're done with your forearm, you can flip it over to this part and do the same thing. Press down, spread, press down, spread, press down. Maybe hold it a little bit and spread it out. And then you can bring it up to your biceps. And same thing, just press down and spread it out. And then I also recommend doing that whole grab thing like we did right here, because it gets a little bit more difficult to compress your upper arm. So you just grab, 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 grab. Any part that kind of bulges out, grab. And kind of gently, but with a firm pressure. And you're just gonna go up, and you're gonna reach this area, which is a really likely place for you to have pain. And it's also a likely place to impinge on some nerve. So if you ever have any tinglies in your hands, then I would recommend to concentrate up in this area. So you can grab, 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 and up in here, just do that 3 times. And feel around for your clavicle, your bone going right here. And with your fingertips, feel right under the clavicle, press in, and press in, and just line the entire way. And again, your body knows best, so just go wherever you feel like it. All right, and then we're gonna do the other side. So I'm gonna take my right hand, and I'm gonna press down, forearm, forearm, forearm. This is probably the speed that I would do it myself. Notice how it's in and then out, in, out, and out, and then flip over. Same thing. Breathing, going up. Make sure the hair's out of the way. And then the shoulders, give it a few. And down and out. All right, and then take your hand under the clavicle and then follow the clavicle a few times. This area might be a little bit sore, so just be careful and give yourself time. I would recommend to do that every day. If you're playing guitar, if you're playing violin, whatever you're doing, your forearm muscles are doing a lot of work. There's a ton of muscles that control our hands, so we'll get to the hand massage next. But that's really simple. You can wake up any morning or right before you play, and you will be loose for your gig or loose for your practice time. All right, thanks. Our arms are not the only things that actually are helping us play our music. Our entire body is all connected. So we also have to take care of our legs. Even though sometimes we only feel the pain maybe in our upper body, we also need to include everything else. So same thing with the palm compressions like we did on our forearms. I just want us to take the palm of our hand again and press down. Really easy, right on the thigh. And you can go up as high as you want. And your legs might need a little bit more time, so I'm not going to be doing this as fast. You can do this anywhere, anytime, at your desk, at your practice chair, wherever. And then you're just going to walk down your leg. And it's the same thing. You're going to press down, and this time you have a little bit more leverage, so you're going to press down and use gravity. You don't have to actually use any strength from your upper body. Press down and kind of spread out. So you can follow any lines of your legs that you want to, even on the inside. If you want to get the inside of your leg, just lift up. And this is really great for planes, car rides, anytime. And just a little bit slower because it's a bigger area of your body. So that's the inside. You can even do the outside. And sometimes I press down and I kind of glide down too, but as long as you're hooking into the muscle, then it's gonna feel awesome. All right, around the knee, some pinching, kind of squeezing, just around the kneecap, and then follow the line down the leg. So what I'm doing right there, I'm also using the palm of my hand and I'm kind of gliding it out. So all the way down to your toes. And then you can follow it up again in any kind of pinching, squeezing, kneading, whatever you want. And the last swipe, wipe it up to your heart, because you always want to follow the blood flow. And just do the other leg. And again, breathe all the while. I actually like to do this every morning when I wake up to wake up my body. All the way down, don't miss your toes. And whatever feels good is right. You can't do this wrong. Just as long as your intention is to help your body. All right, and then swipe up, and you're good. So we are gonna do a little self-massage hand routine. I recommend to use a little bit of lotion or any kind of lubricant. You can use any kind of mineral oil or any actual cooking oil. Just use a little bit. Everything is okay except motor oil, so stay away from that. So I would just spread it around a little bit just to make sure that your hands are glossy. And let's start with a little finger pulling. So it's really simple. You take one hand and you grab the other. One misconception about doing self-massage is that you're gonna hurt one hand as you help the other hand, but you absolutely don't need to do that. If you do a little bit of this every day, then that shouldn't be a problem at all. So all I'm doing is I'm just grabbing my fingers and I'm pulling a little bit at the knuckles. And as you're pulling, take one hand and again, just hook into your muscle and glide it out. Hook in and glide out. And you're also going to be massaging on the sides of your fingers as well, because there are tendons and muscles that are wrapped against your bone. Again, don't do it too hard. Just do it very gently and you're going to be affecting a lot. Next, you can take your knuckles and just massage around it. And the next one, breathe while you're doing this. All right, and I'm gonna take my pincher hand and I'm going to grab and pull, hook and pull, hook into the muscle and pull up. And when you're working on the side of your pinky, you can grab it, and you can do it all along your forearm too, because 17 something muscles are actually controlling the muscles in your hand. So this is a really good place to help out your pinky, is right along here. So also on the top of your hand, it's gonna feel like there's different kinds of like holes, not holes, but spaces that you can put your other hand in. And so I'm gonna lay my hand down on my leg. And you can just glide your other fingers through those spaces. All right. Another important thing to remember is that your thumb actually is a lot different from your other fingers. There are 9 muscles controlling your thumb. So this fleshy part is doing a lot, and it also needs to be helped on the other side too. So I take my 2 fingers and I just pinch just a little bit, and I relax this hand. Relax the hand that you're working on. And I'd stay there. I'd stay there for as long as you want. And just breathe. And as you release, don't all of a sudden let go, but kind of just gently let your muscles go back to normal. You can also grab it and make a knuckle out of the other side, just to give it a little bit more leverage. And also with this knuckle, then you can be massaging the fleshy part of your thumb. And so you're grabbing and twisting. All right, so I take my other thumb and I glide along the fleshy part. And it feels awesome. And all the way up if you want. And then I just keep on gliding all the way up. And I wrap around and wrap around. All right. And let's take that thumb at the top with your palm, press down, and glide it up your arm. And you're golden. So then I would do that on the other hand as well. That's it. So this one is really good for anybody that uses their hands a lot and actually uses their thumbs a lot without knowing it. Could be good for people that text a lot too. So I would grab your thumb like that and just kind of put your fingers, fold them over your thumb. And then I'm gonna have you kind of point your thumb down to the floor. After that, take your thumb And bring it up and glide across the muscle. All right, and then take your other thumb, wrap your thumb with your hands, with your fingers, and bring it up. And as you're gliding up with your thumb, point your fist down. This is gonna feel awesome. Okay, all done. I can never do that. One thing to help your muscles feel awesome is actually using them in a way that supports your body. So if we can think about standing up in a way that only our breath and our spine are really holding up our body, then we're gonna feel so good. This takes a lot of practice, and it's not gonna take just one video of watching it. It's constant awareness. So just a couple of things that I do to keep loose. I'm usually constantly moving in some part or in some way. And my knees are usually bent. They're never locked. Because once they lock up, then your whole body is kind of locked in itself. So once you bend your knees, then you have a lot more ability, to dance. And we just want to keep it loose. So bent knees, and picture our hips kind of like a watering bucket. So we don't want our hips spilling out water this way, and we don't want our hips spilling out water this way. So we want to keep balanced hips. We want to continue breathing. Some people say breathe from your butt, and if that helps you to breathe from down here, that's great. And then your shoulders are another big part of this. So people always say shoulders back, but sometimes that can make you really tense. So we can just have our shoulders relaxed. And if you want to stand up straighter, I always say take your fingers, like 2 fingers, put it on your sternum and guide it out. So as you're pulling a string like this, then your body is coming up naturally because the string is pulling your sternum. So it's not like your shoulders have to do any work. Your shoulders are actually very out or very back and relaxed. So bent knees, hips at a balanced posture, and string from the sternum, and constantly breathing, and your posture should improve actually very dramatically. And constant awareness is key.